Welcome back to the channel. Today, step by step, we are going to show you the correct way to hardwire your dash cam. This can be a bit overwhelming, so hopefully by the end of the video you've got a much better understanding and can attempt the install on your own vehicle. Okay, so this install method is able to be moved from vehicle to vehicle. So if you sell your car or you need the dash cam into another vehicle, it's interchangeable. We're not modifying or cutting any wiring in the car, so this is the exact way a manufacturer would install a dash cam into your vehicle if you were to purchase it as an optional extra. Alright, so you've chosen your dash cam and you've got the hardwire kit for it. Here's a few popular brands on screen. You'll notice the hardwire kits are all pretty much the same or similar looking, with a black, red and yellow wire at one end. What else will you need for this install? 2 adder circuit, or sometimes known as adder fuse, commonly referred to as a piggyback fuse, 2 5-amp fuses. Dash cams don't really draw too much voltage, so 5-amp is fine. A 12-volt circuit tester, about $10. A pair of pliers, a spade or ring terminal. These will probably only come in a pack of half a dozen or a dozen. Always refer to your user manual before you start any work on your vehicle. The first thing we need to do is locate your fuse panel. Usually this is within reach of the driver, but can also be on the passenger side. If your user manual doesn't indicate the type of fuse you need and you cannot find it anywhere online, we may need to remove a fuse. Now we'll cover this a little bit more in step 2, but just as a general guide, this is when the fuses were released into vehicles. ATO 1975 to around 1990, the mini fuse 1990 to recently, the low profile mini fuse 2005 to current, and the micro 2 fuse 2010 to current. These are the 4 most common type of fuses that you'll find in vehicles in Australia. Easiest thing to do is to lay your hardwire kit out on the bench or table. We have the black negative ground wire, the red positive constant power wire, and the yellow accessories power wire. I'm just going to have to put the phone down for a second to strip these wires. Okay, we removed the outer section off the end of the cables. This is usually about 25 to 40 millimeters. You'll generally see a small gap in the outer cabling. This will just usually just pull off with your fingers, and it should be doubled over and twisted to accept the spade terminal on the negative ground wire and the adder fuse sections on the red and yellow cables. So using a pair of pliers, we've crimped all the ends on. Just give them a light pull just to make sure that they're fixed properly. If they're a little loose, just give them another crimp. And finally, 2 things to remember for the install. The outer side of the adder fuse is the positive side, okay? And the lower slot is for the original fuse. The extra circuit, or the dash cam circuit, is at the very top. So for those needing to remove the fuse to find out what type your vehicle has, make sure the car's off and remove one of the selected fuses you've chosen for your dash cam. Your local auto parts store can assist you if you take it in. Alright, so this is the part that confuses most people, and the first thing I like to do here is to look at where I'm not going to go anywhere near. So anything to do with the SRS, airbags, central locking, anything that says module, IMO, standing for immobiliser, smart key, ABS, IGI or IG1, you'll generally find that the more modern your vehicle is, it'll run fewer fuse slots. And let's just say, for example, a 10-year-old VF Commodore, it'll have 60 or 70 slots, all running individual electrical items on your vehicle. Alright, so we've eliminated about half the fuse panel here. Let's just have a look at what's in this one module. There's about 20 different components, so this is the reason why I like to avoid this type of circuit. So basically what's left here are all single circuits that run just the one item, and that's what we're looking for. So first of all, let's find something with constant power supply for the red positive wire. The constant power supply is something that has power to it while the ignition is off. This could be a spare slot or anything that works while the car's turned off, like your hazard lights, maybe your horn, the rear tailgate, folding mirrors, anything that works while your car's turned off. The vehicle we're putting this dash cam in today is a 22 Kia Seltos. It's not the top of the line model, so it doesn't have the rear opening tailgate or sunroof or electric seats, anything like that. So essentially all of those circuits are just spares, and we'll check shortly for constant power supply. We're moving on to the accessories wire now. My go-to here is the power outlet or cigarette lighter, or it might say 12 volt power supply, something like that. These only work when your accessory switch is on. So guys, it's just a process of elimination really. I know I haven't crossed out everything there, so I suppose my advice is not to hook it up to anything that is a critical component in your vehicle. Okay, so we're going to check our constant and accessories power now. We're going to use the circuit tester, and first of all you need to earth the circuit tester on a metal bolt. You can also use the striker, driver or passenger side I suppose. So really any metal bolt that's fixed to the body of the vehicle, right around where you're working. We remove those fuses, and now just checking for constant power. Car is off, and just remember before when I said that loaded side is the positive side. Lights on, that's constant power there, and that's our positive side. Just moving over to the power outlet now. I'll just show you that there's no power here at the present time. We'll switch the accessories on into the accessories position, and now we should have some power there. And we've got power. I should just also mention that you can check for constant and accessories power without removing the fuses. So there's a probe on the top, you'll see a little slot there. You will still have to remove the fuse to find out which side is the positive side for the configuration of the adder fuse, adder circuit. Right, so we can install the hardwire kit now. It's a simple matter of just plugging everything in. The earth wire is just going to go to the same place we earth the circuit tester, just remembering the outside of the adder circuit was the positive side, and you can just run your cable now just up the pillar, take that rubber off, up the pillar and around to the dash cam. What we'll do is we'll do that in reverse so I can show you. So from the dash cam, run it around the headlining there, up to the top, around the headlining, around the pillar there, and just down the side. You don't need to put it too far in, it's just runs along the edge. Basically reinstall the rubber and you're done. And if you get stuck or you need a hand, let me know what step you're up to and we'll try and work it through with you. Message us in the comments, we'll get back to you.